Shapril Preston.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back. Did you guys miss us? Because we missed you, like, very much, like, very, very much. So you guys know we didn't do an episode week before last because it was an can't even talk. It was an out of office week for us because it was our university's homecoming, and then the next week our school just had a lot of unfortunate things happen, and it just didn't feel right to be posting when Trojans were so hurt. So now that, you know, things have kind of calmed down a little bit for us, I am back and I just want to jump straight in. So I don't think today's episode is going to be super long. Today is just kind of like a yapping session, and I hope you guys are ready to get in the comments and like yap back because I really want to hear y'all's opinions on the things we're going to be talking about today. So if you haven't already, make sure you're gonna hit that subscribe button. Share this with a friend. We about to get into the topic that is all over social media, you guys. First of all, I didn't even know that this was trending so much. Homecoming. Of course, I knew it was trending because people, you know, are going to homecoming right now, but there is so much discourse going on about homecoming right now. So I want to talk about my first experience as an alum homecoming, which I feel like I got cheated. We're gonna get into that, but I want to talk about that and, you know, how you can navigate your first alum homecoming season, because it's different. It's different when you're not in undergrad. So let me get my phone because I have all my notes written down. And you guys, first of all, let's go ahead and debunk any conversation about why are you such and such age going to homecoming. Homecoming was literally made for alums. So I went back and was trying to find the history of homecoming, and I done a little bit of digging, not too much, but this is what I found. I'm gonna read it to y'all. The origins of HBCU homecomings are difficult to pinpoint, but the modern event is believed to have originated at Morehouse College in 1924. The celebration included a football game against a rival school and was curated for alumni. HBCU homecomings are now multi-day events. As you guys all know, it's a celebration of Black culture and excellence. Obviously, there are things like football games, the parade, the step show, halftime performances, coronations, concerts, stroll-offs, step shows, majorettes, drum majors, marching bands. The list really goes on and on, but we all are there for the tailgate. I don't care. We're all there for the tailgate. That's the number one event in my opinion. Everything else could go if the tailgate can stay. That's all I'm saying. That's me. All right. Comment below. Like I said, this is a yapping session, so I'm going to tell y'all to comment about a lot of stuff. Comment what event has to stay for you. Like, if one event has to stay and the rest could go, what is your one event? Mine's the tailgate. Can't do homecoming without the tailgate, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm so like TikTok today. Like, I'm so in my TikTok bag. I'm such a yapper today. Like, you guys, this is just fun. Okay, so that was what I found about homecoming. So we can just go ahead and dead all the conversations about why are you 40 at a homecoming, why are you 25 at a homecoming, any of that, because I have to let y'all know I plan to go to homecoming until I die. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be my homecoming. I will be at a HBCU homecoming at least one every year until I die. So get ready, because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be 80 years old, hollering nothing if you buck. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't understand if everybody understands that is the point of homecoming, is for alumni to come back. Clock it. Clock it. So this episode kind of goes back and forth between people who just graduated and people who are about to graduate. So to the people who are about to graduate, I think you're really going to enjoy your first alum homecoming, because this is going to be the first time that you really have no responsibilities during homecoming other than enjoying homecoming. Like, if you're on student leadership, I'm sure you have things to do. If you are I don't know. You know, if you're just involved in school, you may have a test or your professor might not have let class out or whatever the case may be. And I feel like when you go back as an alum, that's really your first time where you really just get to sit in it. So if you guys don't know, we done a homecoming takeover with some alum from Virginia State, and Destiny had said her favorite memory of her first homecoming as an alumna was seeing the true meaning of homecoming. And some people were asking, like, what does she mean by that? And she kind of just meant, like, you don't realize that homecoming really is for alum until you come back as an alum. And you're like, okay, I see why. Because in undergrad, you have a great time, but I feel like you have an even better time when you come back as an alum. Like, it's so amazing. So to the people who are about to graduate, I'm telling you, I can't wait for you to experience your first alum homecoming. Now, like I said, I feel like I got cheated, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel like I got cheated. So the way that my school does it, Sunday we have lighting in the stadium. Monday we have like day of fun. Tuesday we do coronation. Wednesday is the concert. Thursday is the step show. Friday is the pep rally. Saturday is the tailgate. Cool. Saturday is also the parade, I think. Cool. So I didn't go in until Friday last year. I made it to the pep rally. Obviously, I made it to the parties. Why was it raining the day of tailgate? I was at Virginia State for all those years and it never rained on the tailgate day. Why was it raining? Why? Somebody explain that to me. And I just felt like I got cheated because did I have a good time? Yes. Could I had a better time? For sure. I didn't even get to the yard my first like alum homecoming until it was late in the day. It was like 4:30, 5 o'clock, I think, when I got there. Do you know that is a late start for me? I don't know about y'all. For me, I'm trying to be on the yard because I want to be there when the food is fresh, when the food is still there, when the drinks are flowing, when the vibes are going. So I feel like I got cheated. So I really don't consider that I've had my first real alum homecoming because I didn't go to Virginia State this year. I'll be back next year, but I did go to a homecoming this year, so we're gonna get into that. But yeah, I definitely think I would love to hear if you have had your first homecoming, or even if was like your first alum homecoming. I would love to hear in the comments. See, we're yapping together. This is not just me. This is me and you. We're a family. I want you to comment below and tell me how was your first alumna homecoming, or if you've been to a lot as an alum, tell me what has been your favorite memory from an alum homecoming. So now that we got all that out the way, I think that we just need to remember that this is now that we got all that out the way, if you have tuned in on our Instagram at So You Graduated Now What, you know we have started a segment called Love Letters to Graduates. We don't do it every single week, but we do it weeks that it just feels right. So last week I done the letter and I basically talked about when you're back at homecoming, using that time to reflect and just really think about your time that you had on your campus. So think about all the accomplishments you had, how this campus shaped you into the person that you are now, and don't get caught up in that and, you know, in that, but how can that even push you even further into the person that you are called to be now. So I definitely think going back to your HBCU, I feel like it's just a time where you really get to be like, this is the place that made me who I am. Because I feel like so many people who went to HBCUs can credit their HBCU for a lot of the person that they end up becoming. So I think it's very important to just go back just to reconnect and reflect on the time and the influence, and seeing things like if you were a tab president and maybe you done an annual event, or you were the president of your chapter, or you were Mr. or Miss, or whatever the case. I think it's always nice to just see that and see the new generations doing things and carrying things out, like, or being better than you. Like, I think that's so amazing. Like, oh my God, not me being sentimental. Oh my God. Okay. Like, okay, let me calm down because it's not me being sentimental. Okay, next. I think homecoming is a great time to network. Now, when I say that, because I literally, like I told y'all, I was just on TikTok watching this whole thing pass out, and the girl was like, I'm not going to homecoming to network, I'm going to get lit. That's fine. She was basically saying that homecoming for some people is a vacation. It's not the time to be networking. You can do with that what you please. If I'm going to homecoming, I'm going to be networking, because if they went to my school, we already have one thing in common. We went to the same school. We're already bonding about that. So we already got a talking point. If you haven't, I did talk about a networking in some of our past episodes. I'll link it for you guys. But when you go to homecoming, of course, get lit for sure. It's fun, it's vibes. For me, usually homecoming is a vacation as well. Like, I'm going on straight vibes. But the whole thing is, you know the kind of people that went to your school. You know their ambitions. You know what their goals were. You can use that. And I don't mean, I think, like I told y'all in the networking episode, I think when we put the title networking on something, it becomes this like professional, like overwhelming, like situation. Networking is also just like making connections. So it doesn't have to be, hi, what company do you work for, like what's going on. You can literally just be meeting people. Like, networking means meeting people, finding common grounds, how can you guys help each other, etc. So I hope I cleared that up for y'all. Stop thinking when people say, well, so I mean, I don't know what the people mean. When I say go to homecoming to network, I mean meet new people. Of course you got your friends. We all got friends, but you can never have too many. You never know who you might need, who might need you, and how you can help, how they can help, etc. And I feel like homecoming is the perfect place. It's the perfect place to meet new people. Like, am I wrong? Exactly. So in networking, I think it's very important to also go back and see your old professors. Like, think about what your university does as it relates to like the professional side of things, outside of just like the parties, etc. Because like, I know my major was mass communications, and we always do a mass communication alumni panel. So they'll have alumni come back and talk about how they're now using their degree, give tips, tricks, etc. to the current students. Which that really segues me into another point of, when you go back, you should be wanting to give back to the university. No matter big, small, whether it's just words of wisdom, whether it's just some knowledge. I know one of my years, I met this woman. She lived in the same room that I lived in, and she gave me and my roommate money for, because like we lived in the same room. We lived in 4-7 what was that? I don't know. But that's what she did. She gave us money. So she was like, have a good time. And it don't gotta be $100. It'd be a little 20. As a student, $5 would have made me happy. That was an extra drink. That was an extra something. I don't know what it was. It was extra something. So I think doing all of that. But yeah, definitely go back. See your professors. Network with them, because now you're like a professional. And I think that we forget that these professors are there, and like, they want to see you do good. And so when you leave and y'all might fall out of contact, or maybe they only see you on LinkedIn or whatever the case, I'm sure those professors would love to hear from you. And I just think that's just like a great way. I mean, if you liked your professors, I liked mine. So like, I wouldn't mind going to see mine, because they held me down before I had a name. Words of Jake. Like, come on. Like, why would I not? You know? So I definitely think it's important to try to, you know, go back, see those people who, again, shaped you into that person. So see your advisors, see your professors, see your mentors, etc. I think that's very important. And the whole thing is, yes, there is a time to party, get lit, have fun, but I feel like it's a balance. You can see them and then go have fun, you know? Like, I remember when I went back my first year, we didn't see our advisor, and here he come on our phone. Not y'all was in Virginia and y'all didn't see me. Mind you, now I did try to see him 2 different times. He was just a busybody, and he was everywhere. But I did really try to see him, and I think, you know, the little things like that, going back to see the people who impacted your life, that's just, to me, common courtesy. But based on this TikTok, we all have different common courtesies. So you do what you want. I'm do what I want. That's that. So the next topic that I have is, never feel bad for going to homecoming. Like I said at the beginning of the video, homecoming is literally for alums. So you should never feel bad. Never let anybody make you feel bad. Point blank, period. Why would you feel bad for going back to the university that you paid to go to? My whole thing is, I'm going to keep going to homecoming until I feel like I got my, how many of $1,000 worth. Y'all know how much money I spent to go to Virginia State? Enough for me to be back at every homecoming until I die. That's all I know. That's all I know, and that's all I need to know. The next topic is, now this, I don't even really want to talk about this, because one thing I don't like is being in no mess. I like being in mess, but not this kind of mess. everybody is going back and forth about what you should and should be wearing to homecoming, and I'm just gonna say this: wear what you want to wear because it's your body. Like, oh well. That's my only topic. I just think it's like, wear what you want to wear. We're all grown. And I like the whole thing that's been going back and forth is like people are dressing too provocative, etc., etc. The whole thing is your values and your morals are yours. And you cannot make somebody else have the same value or whatever the case on themselves. For instance, I try to steer away from wearing like super short skirts or just too revealing stuff. That is my opinion and what I want to do for me. If the girl beside me want to have her butt out, I'm still gonna hype her up. That's not my business. That's not my business to tell her what she can and can't wear. And that's just me. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people make it like, oh, this is like a place of higher education, you should want to present yourself better. And there's truth behind that, but again, you can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do. And I don't think that you should let it bother you enough for you to be on social media telling people what they can and can't wear to homecoming. But I digress. I digress. Like, that's not my business. Like, whatever. The next thing I think you should do as an alum, if you didn't get the chance, and even if you did get the chance, I think you should go on a homecoming tour. Next year, I'm going on tour. Y'all can mark my words right here. I'm going on tour next year. And here is the more unpopular opinion. I think you should go to schools that are smaller or don't get the coverage, because I will die, no pun intended, on the hill that Virginia State is better than any homecoming. Like, I will literally die on that hill. I will die on it. I don't care. And if you don't get why I said pun intended, it's because we're like on the hill. But anyway, I really be thinking that smaller HBCUs have just as much, if not more fun than the big HBCUs. And I think the thing is, the big HBCUs are the ones that get the most coverage. So it's like, oh, I have to be at those. And it's like, I guarantee if you come to Virginia State, you're gonna have a good time. I will bet you that you're gonna have a good time. Bet my last dollar that you're gonna have a good time. And I would love to hear y'all comments down below. Like, do y'all think that's true? Do y'all think smaller schools be having just as much fun as the big schools? Because I do. So this past weekend, I went to Harris Stowe State University in St. Louis. Y'all probably didn't even know it was HBCU. Well, maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I didn't. But I ended up going. Had a blast. And I think it's very cool to go and see how other schools do their homecoming. Like, I think that's very cool because, like, at theirs, at the tailgate, they had a stage and they had like an MC and a DJ at the stage, like on the stage, and they would play like the Greek music. The Greeks would come stroll. They would like call out for the Greeks, like, Sigmas, y'all got 5 minutes. We want to take our picture in the quad. I think that helps, so that everybody can get together. And I really liked how it was set up. It was a very cute setup. And I was like, I like this for VSU. We could do something like this. Like, this would be cool. And they had like a surprise artist come out and perform. Like, I just thought it was very well put together. So I feel like it's very cool to go see how other people do their homecoming. And like, you also got to be in the know, because y'all know some people charge for tailgate, like tickets. You got to have a ticket to get into the tailgate. I didn't know that. And I get it, because like they have to clean up afterwards, the money goes back to the school, etc. But tickets for a tailgate, I'm not paying for no tickets for no tailgate. I'm telling y'all that right now. I'm not paying for no tickets for no tailgate. No. I don't even care. It's no reason as to why I'm not. I'm just not. And that's my opinion. Like, I think that's so crazy. So I definitely think if you have the opportunity, you should go to some other schools. I have only been to Virginia State, A&T, Harris Stowe. I swear those are the only 3 I've been to. And there are over 100 HBCUs. So next year, catch me on a homecoming tour. And I'm trying to go to like Lane College, Russ College. Like, I'm trying to go to the smaller schools. Like, I don't want to be at the big schools. I'm trying to go smaller. I'm trying to hit up like, I think I'm hit up Bowie. I've been wanting to go to Bowie for a while. Like, I just never got around to it. But I'm trying to go to Bowie. I like Morgan State. I think I would hit up Morgan State. Tuskegee. I'm trying to hit up Tuskegee. I I want to go to one of the Texas ones because they be doing them trail rides. And that's the other thing. You got to like find out what is like their thing, because different people do different stuff. Because them trail rides, I want to go to trail ride. I need to make my way down there. Like, I need to get a little group. We need to get to going. Like, we need to meet some friends. If you watching and your school do like a trail ride, don't even comment, DM me. Hey girl. Because I'm trying to be there. Like I told y'all, this was gonna be a shorter episode than we usually do, because I feel like it's enough for me to yap about, but it's not enough for me to be just going on and on and on about. We all know what homecoming is. We all have experienced homecoming. And so it's not that much to talk about, but it was enough for me to yap. Like, this wasn't a TikTok, you know what I'm saying? One of my biggest things that I want to say to people who are about to graduate, and I feel like people who have graduated can probably agree, you don't know how like much better you're gonna be when you come back for homecoming. The real glow up happens after you graduate, because that's when you get on your grind. That's when you get real motion. Like, if you think you got motion right now, 8 times out of 10, you're gonna have real motion when you come back. And I think that's one of the hardest things, because now to get a little mixy and messy, you guys, I'm having a blast. Like, I'm yapping. But to really get a little mixy and a little messy, homecoming is so funny, because I thought about it for me. For me, I was like, I'm cuter now. I done been in the gym. I done unbagged the back. I'm cuter now. I dress better now. Like, it's like I'm a new girl. I am a new girl. Like, it's a different motion. And now people be trying to be talking to me, and I don't want to talk now, because you should have saw the potential. Is it just me? Or do y'all be hitting the text back? Like, do you text back? Because I can't. Like, you have to know that is one of the mixiest parts of homecoming, is how many people gonna try to be on your body, because now you really got motion. Like I said, you might have had a little motion, but like, I promise you, more than likely the motion be a different kind of motion once you graduate. And it gets so mixy. Homecoming is mixy. That's something that ain't gonna never change. I think we're gonna be 40 and homecoming gonna be mixy. Yeah, especially, yeah. But yeah, I think it's very fun, and you have the opportunity to just meet so many people and talk to so many people. And yeah, so I really want to know y'all's thoughts about homecoming as an alum. Oh my gosh, this really is a shorter episode. This is so short for us. But anything else? Homecoming? Who do y'all think got the best homecoming? Like, if you have been to a lot of homecomings, who do you think has the best homecoming, big or small, and why? Because just don't be like VSU because I said so. I think VSU has one of the best homecomings, because I really feel like the energy that Trojans bring is unmatched, and the level of family that we really are. I feel like maybe you feel it at your school too, but I really feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why. And I just know we're a lot of fun, because a lot of the schools near us always come to our homecoming. Like, the other schools in Virginia, they be at our homecoming. Schools in Maryland, they come to our homecoming. Schools in North Carolina come to our homecoming. So I just be feeling like they wouldn't be doing all this coming to our homecoming if we wasn't a little lit, a little vibe. So yeah, I mean, is that everything? We talked about giving back to your university, connecting with old professors, networking, and don't let that overwhelm you. That just means meeting new friends. What you're wearing. And this be my thing. I'm sorry, just to think about what people be wearing, just to go back to that. I think that's so funny that people are more worried about the girls who be got on too short of a skirt and showing too much. And y'all don't be talking about these girls who be walking around with no shoes on. I don't want to say it now, because that's what we need to talk about. Y'all be wearing these heels, and now you on this pavement foot to pavement. And I think that is diabolical of you. I'm mind my business. I'm mind my business. I'm mind my business because I want y'all to mind y'all business about them people. But like, I be thinking it's so funny what things we like as a society that we deem okay and what things we deem not okay. Because I be feeling like walking around with no shoes on this ground is gross. And what if you step on some glass? What if you step in some throw up? Like, to each his own. What else did we talk about? We talked about really having motion. People gonna try to hit you up. Don't even be surprised. Like, you can't even play surprise because this is an ongoing thing. Everybody has experienced somebody trying to be on their phone. Somebody didn't experience it. Everybody didn't experience it. And literally don't let you be a little cuter than you was when you was in college. Because you might have been cute in college, but I'm telling you, when you get that grown woman, grown man fun, it's different. Speaking from experience, I'm so much cuter now. I'm so much cuter now. And yeah, speaking from experience, like, and I've watched it too. People who are not cute in school and now they're cute. And I'd be like, I love that for you. But yeah, so like I said, this is a shorter episode, but I really hope you guys enjoyed my little thoughts about homecoming and my little tea about homecoming. And I really hope y'all comment. Like, I really am trying to yap it up with y'all. Like, I love talking about homecoming. I eat, sleep, breathe homecoming. Like, I love homecoming season. Yeah, so now I'm calm. Like, I didn't calm down because I was so hyped at the beginning. I'm calming down. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you share it with a friend, get their opinions on homecoming, and just overall, I love you guys. Stay safe if you're still going to homecoming. If you went to homecoming, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, until next week, bye.